Ready check.
This is another ready check for the boat.
If you have followed the beginning of the 2023 F1 season, you would know that McLaren is currently underperforming and eagerly awaiting a significant upgrade to salvage its season. However, what makes this situation intriguing is that McLaren finds itself in this position due to a seemingly minor rule change for the 2023 season that had significant repercussions and revealed a major flaw in its planned car design. To fully understand this predicament, we must go back to September 2022, when McLaren realized it was in trouble and had to make drastic changes. These modifications delayed the completion of their 2023 car,
We had really lost our way. We were a struggling Formula One team.
causing it to be unready for the start of the season. McLaren thought it was making progress with their 2022 car, especially after a significant addition in Singapore the previous year. However, they hit a roadblock when a specific aspect of their 2023 design became problematic due to a rule change by the FIA. The new regulation, implemented in late summer, raised the floor edges by 15 millimeters to address the porpoising issue. Unfortunately, this change had negative consequences for McLaren's intended design for the 2023 season, and they became aware of the implications. McLaren supported the modification despite being aware that the rule change would likely result in significant performance loss and necessitate substantial efforts to overcome the associated flaws. They recognized the sensitivities and magnitude of the flaws but still acknowledged the need for the change and were willing to work diligently to navigate the challenges it presented. This situation was true for all 10 teams, including McLaren. However, McLaren did not anticipate the extent to which their existing floor edge design would be incompatible with the increased height resulting from the rule change. As McLaren began developing their car around the new floor edge height for the 2023 season, they realized that their performance loss was much greater than initially anticipated. The technical director, James Key, believes McLaren was already in the minority with their floor edge geometry. While the exact meaning of this statement is unclear, it is evident from McLaren's multiple revisions in 2022 and the relative lack of refinement in their 2023 floor design compared to teams like Red Bull that they had less mastery in manipulating the geometries to effectively control vortex generation and airflow distribution. McLaren believes that the 2023 rule change significantly impacted its overall philosophy, particularly around September. It became evident that the team was not recovering enough performance and required a substantial change in direction. This is what team boss Andrea Stella has referred to when discussing the delayed implementation of certain development ideas. As McLaren embarked on this new path, they swiftly discovered improvements compared to their original design. Regrettably, James Key admits that the revised floor design was not sufficiently mature when it came to finalize the Race 1 specification. While it performed better in simulations, McLaren felt that their understanding of everything involved was not as robust as needed. Key believes that if McLaren had been aware of this situation 4 weeks earlier, they would have started the season with the intended updates planned for Race 4. Understandably, he expresses frustration for McLaren, which has been achieving promising results in simulations. These circumstances have resulted in a challenging start to the 2023 season. While their original design may have been reasonably effective without the 15mm change, they would likely have eventually discovered that other teams had taken a better route. In other words, McLaren needed to recognize the significance of the new floor edge geometry sooner or later. Therefore, this rule change might save McLaren from wasting more time or even prevent them from never fully realizing the extent of their limitation in this crucial area. McLaren has long been eager to have its new wind tunnel and simulator operational. The team strongly believes its current infrastructure poses significant limitations for various reasons. Although the Toyota tunnel in Cologne, which McLaren currently rents, is still functional, it lacks the refinement of modern state-of-the-art tunnels used by other teams. Additionally, whenever McLaren wants to test something in the tunnel, it experiences delays of several days due to the physical transportation of parts back and forth. This inefficiency is not suitable for the demands of modern Formula One. McLaren's annual rent for the Toyota tunnel amounts to millions of dollars. This massive expenditure has diverted funds from its development budget, clarifying why McLaren is determined to address this issue in the long term. It is widely acknowledged that having a state-of-the-art tunnel is crucial for McLaren to become a championship contending team in the long run, rather than focusing solely on short-term gains. The new tunnel is currently undergoing a calibration phase, and team boss Andrea Stella finds the sound quite reassuring, indicating his confidence that positive developments are on the horizon. McLaren is scheduled to commence operations in the new wind tunnel by the end of June. While it may contribute to some updates for the latter part of the 2023 season, its primary focus will be on supporting the later stages of developing the 2024 car.
I think a cost cap was critical. All these Formula One teams were losing a lot of money, and it was kind of a game of who can afford to lose the most. You see the value of these franchises now growing rapidly, as they should be on par with the NFLs and the Premier League teams, given the size.
Looking ahead, the 2025 car will be the first to benefit from being entirely designed using the new wind tunnel. However, McLaren acknowledges that the current wind tunnel cannot be held responsible for their performance at the beginning of the 2023 season. Stella acknowledges that the team's aerodynamic development fell short, highlighting a lack of understanding compared to their competitors. Nonetheless, McLaren is highly optimistic about their new development approach, signaling their dedication to progress and improvement. McLaren believes their current facilities could have produced a better 2023 car, as the same setup is responsible for creating the upgrades they rely on to improve their season. Stella admits that McLaren could have done a better job independently of the wind tunnel, and they are conducting an internal review to address the issue. Suppose McLaren thoroughly examines the weaknesses that led to their aero knowledge gap and demonstrates that they can leverage a better understanding to develop a stronger car using their existing facilities. In that case, they will gain confidence in utilizing their new facilities more effectively in the long run.
In this element in the new generation, which is great to see.
It would be a significant missed opportunity if McLaren's methodologies hindered them from fully utilizing the potential of their brand new wind tunnel and simulator. The key is identifying and addressing any shortcomings, ensuring that the investment in new infrastructure translates into tangible improvements and advancements for the team.